The interactive session with stakeholders in the oil industry by the Nigerian Senate ad hoc committee investigating alleged economic sabotage in the Nigerian petroleum sector on Wednesday turned into a forum for accusations and counter-accusations. Amid pervasive allegations of sabotage in the petroleum industry, the Senate raised question over $1.5 billion approved in 2021 for the turnaround maintenance of the Port Harcourt refinery with little or no result. Correspondent Kunuju sent in this report.
In his opening remarks, the Senate leader and chairman of the committee, Okpeyemi Bamidele, had pleaded with stakeholders not to resort to blame games, but to show calm and understanding.
You will agree with me that this is truly a challenging period in the recent history of our fatherland. The supply of refined petroleum products has been irregular and problematic. The long queues at filling stations is also a testament to this challenge. A situation whereby we now depend almost entirely on the importation of these products, even when we daily supply the world about 2% of its crude oil requirements, is to say the least highly worrisome. We also have at hand a grievous issue of national concern that directly borders on the importation of hazardous and substandard petroleum products.
The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Kyari, in a submission, exonerated his company, saying it is not responsible for the importation of adulterated products into Nigeria. Kyari particularly said the substandard products are actually smuggled into the country.
See what's happening in the media. Targeted personal attack on my person, on the institution. And we all know how this works. They are deliberate, they are calculated, so that create the impression that the NNPC Limited and our leadership are doing anything to create economic sabotage in our country. It is far from it, Mr. Chairman. This company has grown, Mr. Chairman. We're proud to say this. From a loss company for 43 years to a profit-making company today, Mr. Chairman.
Sensing that the discussions were not going in accordance with his earlier directive, the Senate leader reminded those present that the public hearing will be a better time for serious arguments. In his own remarks, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Olawale Edun, said the increase in crude would stabilize the country's foreign exchange market, while expressing confidence in the leadership of the other committee to conduct an unbiased and impartial investigation.
There is a commitment to dealing with these issues, and the focus also remains in the oil and gas industry in improving incentives. Already, Mr. President has signed some executive orders which have meant that oil and gas investments, particularly in the gas sector, have started to flow back. We saw a $500 million investment just a couple of weeks ago, and we are told that about $7 billion. There was a $500 billion investment already made and around $7 billion on the sidelines waiting for the correct investment environment. We are committed as a country to ensuring that we'll complete the rehabilitation of those refineries so that we can reduce the level of import that we need to be able to serve needs of Nigerians. We're also committed to supporting Dangote refinery. We are committed to supporting the modular refineries, and we have been resolving whatever issues that are brought to our attention from time to time.
The session was also attended by Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Benga Komalafe, and representatives of Customs Services, Navy, Association of Local Refiners, Dangote Groups, and others who spoke after they assured the committee that they would wait for the appropriate time to tell their own sides to the Nigerian public.
Right now, as I said, we bought about 50 million barrels of crude. About 60% of that comes from NNPC, and we're thankful to them for their support. And we hope we'll continue to get this support. About 20% of that had to be imported from outside, and then 20% we purchased. So that's our third question. And we count on support of the committee, the regulators, and other stakeholders to ensure that the refinery succeeds.
It is pertinent to know that
The value chain in the downstream should be sustained to allow other investors to continue to play their role effectively. This will go a long way in protecting those who have invested in the oil and gas sector. If man as a body, sir, would like to use this medium to solicit the support of the Senate to ensure that there is a level playing ground in this sector of the economy.
Meanwhile, the Ad hoc committee investigating the importation of adulterated petroleum products had vowed to reveal the identity of people behind the importation as dangerous view circulates across the country.